Hello everyone. First of all, Happy New Year because the New Year is around the corner, so I will take this little time to wish you a very happy New Year and good health and prosperity for everyone. The purpose of this video is basically to talk about a topic that is always on my mind in some capacity, but it is especially apparent around the holiday season. Have a very strong tie to family and to the fact that you're supposed to get together with your family, and it really is a hard place to be in when you don't have that family. What happens to me is that my family isn't there because they chose not to be there, and on my part, I also chose to distance myself from these people because keeping them in my life was proving to be detrimental for my mental health and my well-being because, well, I will tell you about it in this video. Let's start from the beginning without going into too much detail about what happened because it's very personal after all. But yeah, my purpose for why I'm making this video is just so anyone who is out there who may be feeling lonely during this time of year, who may be missing their family more, and especially a family that is still there, still alive, and that they could have a relationship with, but they are not able to have it because of the circumstances. I hope that you can see yourself in this video. Maybe we can talk about this and it can help you feel a bit more understood. This all stems from very fundamental differences between the way my family members see the world, between the way they are. And for me, the only person I am still very close with, because I live with her, at least for now, is my mom. And yeah, it is a very lonely situation to be in, and I do have a bit of contact with my aunts on my mother's side only, but the relationship is very distant and they mostly contact us when they need something, like a favor or something, so it's not like a super healthy and strong bond that we have, but at least it's more than we have with the other members who we haven't heard from in a long time. When we started to grow apart was when I was around 10-11 years old. Everything started to go wrong because especially my grandparents on my mother's side, because on my father's side I don't even know them. They've never showed any interest in me. On my mother's side, these people made it very apparent that they disliked my mom, and they would badmouth her in front of me, which was very painful to me and it made me very, very angry, very confused, because I couldn't understand why they would say the things they said, and while they were supposed to be helping us because we were going through a really tough time back then, they were making things much more difficult for us than they already were. And they were overall just very selfish people. That's the word that describes all of them, all of my family members. All of them are super selfish, super self-centered. They only care about their own lives. They will go like above and beyond to just get their way and do what they want to do. And if they feel like you are interfering, they will shut you out and push you away and make it very clear that you're being a nuisance, that you're bothering them, and that you're interfering with their plans. Which really breaks my heart, because I mean, the idea that we all have of a family is like a group of people that are related, but beyond being related, these people are supposed to help each other, are supposed to be there to show respect and support to one another. And the fact that me and my mom weren't receiving that from these people, like, it made it quite clear to me that they weren't the family that I thought they were, because I had never stopped to actually think about what kind of people my family were. I just thought they were like a normal family, like your typical European family. Well, they're not European, they are Latin American, sorry. It's me who is European. But, you get my point. Like, I thought they were very typical, that there was nothing out of the ordinary or wrong about them. But as years went by and I moved into my teens, and each year it became even more apparent what the situation was. And so eventually, after having tried many times to contact these people, to maintain some sort of relationship with them, after trying and just seeing that it was completely useless, and seeing that they were still on their position and they were still spewing out all these hurtful remarks and unsolicited opinions and advice and stuff, it was just too much. We never formally decided to cut the ties, or anything like that. We just gradually stopped reaching out, and as we saw that they weren't making any effort whatsoever to reach out to us, because this kind of people always have this version of the facts that is completely twisted. And I understand everyone has their own perceptions of the world, but if you say certain things, man, certain things that are hurtful and disrespectful, then you can just turn things around and accuse the other person of manipulating or of bad mouthing, when it's you who has been doing this from the very beginning. You have been bad mouthing, and you have been criticizing, and you have been creating a very tense environment that shouldn't be there, because we're supposed to support each other, and it makes me really mad. And I'm sure I've forgotten some things, but I tried to keep this short and sweet. I just wanted to give you a general picture of my family background, so you can understand how hard it is for me. If you've been through something similar, but if you haven't, some people just find it hard to understand why you would choose to stop reaching out to your family members, stop calling them. I've realized that if they cause you more harm than good, there's no point in keeping the relationship going. There's absolutely no point, because your mental health is always more valuable than a relationship. This would be the main reason why this time of year is difficult for me. I don't enjoy Christmas. I don't enjoy this time of year in general. Besides the fact that I don't like the cold weather, it's just being reminded so much of family and go back home for Christmas and let's get together. It's making me think about it even more than I already do, because I can never forget about them. and about what happened, and I find myself many times ruminating a little about it and wishing things were different, or wishing I could go and tell them what I really think and how much they've hurt me and stuff. But I just want to protect my energy and my mental health. I think that comes first, and that I won't let them take anything else away from me, because they've already taken away a lot. They've taken away my chance to have a family, my chance to have more people to lean on. And it's been very hard to come to terms with all of this, with the fact that they simply don't like my mom and me, that they really don't want anything to do with us, and don't even get me started on my father. So yeah, this was very personal and also unscripted, so I hope it made a bit of sense. Keep in mind that I am challenging myself to make this kind of videos to improve my speaking as well, because I don't use English on a daily basis. So if you made it this far, thank you. I wish you the best in this journey we call life. And also, if you want to share with me any of your family experiences or what your relationship with them is like, feel free to do so in the comments. I'm sorry I can't provide much advice on how to deal with this, because I'm in the process, I'm dealing with it, and I don't really know myself. And I just don't want to say cliche things like just accept it and be grateful for what you have, because I'm sure you've already heard that. And well, accepting is quite a challenge anyway, so I guess it's all about finding the way to accept that these people are the way they are, and not wishing them to be any different than they are, and not being mad at them either. And I'm working on all of that. So yeah, I don't know if I will make any more videos about this. Let me know if you would care to listen to more of these stories. But that's all I have for now. I hope it was enjoyable in some way, and as I said, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon in a cover or in a video, or well, in a video of course, but you know what I mean. Bye bye bye. Adios.